You're watching Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. If you would like to download a free copy of the software that I use, please contact me on Facebook at Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus or on Instagram at HH Custom Events Party Supply, and I will send you the link and specific instructions to install. Hello and welcome back to Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. Today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to make banners. So this is Banners 101. First of all, I put a blank sheet here, but I should have said first you want to decide what size your banner is going to be. You can do this in any software, I'm pretty sure. If they want a banner that is 8 feet by 8 feet, you're going to make your design space 8 inches by 8 inches. So let's just say they want a banner that's 8 feet by 8 feet. For my software, I go into File, New. I click here next to Fit to a Page and go to Custom. And then I change this number to 8 and this number to 8, hit enter, and it gives me an 8-inch by 8-inch square. So this will be the size of the banner translated into feet, 8 feet by 8 feet. So now the next thing you need to do is when you're searching for software on the internet, you want to always start your searches with high res, which stands for high resolution, and whatever you're looking for. So I will show you what to look for that will give you the best results for blowing things up to banner size by taking you now to the internet. I'm currently working on something for Frozen, so I have these up, and you'll see here in my search engine, I'm using Bing, but you can do it in Google as well. I always start everything that I'm searching for graphics with high res, and then whatever I'm looking for, Frozen logos or Frozen wallpaper. And once you get a screen like this, you look for the pictures you like. So let's say I like this picture. When I click on it, it almost fills up my full computer page. If it fills up your full computer page, it will look fine as a banner, a big banner. This could go on an 8 by 8 foot banner and look good. If you click on a picture and it looks like this small, this will not look good on a banner. If it opens up like this or smaller, it will look pretty good on your party goods, on your chip bags and candy bars, but it will not look good on a banner. So you're always going to look for the pictures that fill up a huge chunk of the screen like these, and those you will pretty well know that it will make a nice banner. Now I'm just going to right click on this one and I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back and paste it into my Picturit software. Now we're back in Picturit, my software, and also if you need a copy of the software I'm using, I give it away for people to use for free because they don't sell it anymore. But it's great software. You can do anything with this, I think, that you could do with any other publishing software, probably much easier. And I use it, show you step by step how to use it in all of my tutorials just about. I love the software. I've been using it for eons, ever since it first came out. Alright, back to the project. So now I'm going to paste that Frozen picture that I found. And also what you want to do when you get it to this page is you can pull it out and zoom in as much as you can by clicking only on the outward corners, the corners. Never resize from the middle, because you will mess up the proportion of your pictures. And I see a lot of people make that mistake of changing the size or resizing pictures by using the sides and the top rather than the edges. Always resize from the edges so that you can keep the correct proportions, and your items will look quality all the time. Now I'm zooming this picture out just as another tester to show you how you can kind of get an idea of how it will look when it's on a banner. Once I have it this big, I'm just going to zoom in by either clicking on this plus arrow here or rolling the roller button on my mouse, and it will zoom me in really far. And you can see, even though this is enlarged to the full extent, it looks a little pixelated, but this will look good on a banner from a distance. It will look just fine. So these are like almost life-size heads, so you can see the resolution looks really good on this one. So now let's show you how to make your banner. And the size goes along with anything you want to do. You just make it inches instead of feet, so that that's the board or the background that you're working on. And when you upload it to the website for the printers to work on, then you will have it already in the right proportion for your 8 foot or 3 foot or 6 foot or 8. It doesn't matter. If it's 3 by 6, make it 3 inches by 6 inches. If it's 5 by 3 inches, make it 5. If the banner is going to be 5 by 3 feet, which is what I make for graduation banners, then you make it 5. Your starting background here, you would make it 5 inches by 3 inches, and then just follow the designs like I'm saying. Okay, now this picture is kind of short, so I'm just going to crop it. I can make it, I'll put it right here, and we'll just say it's somebody's birthday. And just to make it extremely simple, you would just I'm going to add a colored box here to fill in the rest of the page. Sometimes if there was just snow at the top, you could just crop out a thin line of that snow and stretch it a bit and fill in the page. And you'll see that in some of my other videos, how I show you how to add to a picture so that it makes a full page. But for I'm going to show you with this one, I'm just going to add a colored rectangle here by going to cutout and picture, add a colored shape. I'm going to pull that shape up here to the top edge of the picture. And you can, of course, if you wanted to make more room to add in the person, a kid's picture or whatever, you would just move this picture over, and I'll show you that after I finish with this. So if I wanted to make this match her background or some element that's already in this picture, you just click here on this color wheel. It gives you an eyedropper. You click anywhere in the picture, and it's going to change that shape that you put there to whatever color you click on. So I like the blue colors because Frozen is kind of bluish and fresh. I'll go with this one. I'm going to click done and next and done. And now I'm just going to add in happy birthday whoever here. Now if I was going to add in a person's picture, I might shrink this down some. Oh, I can show you right here what I'm talking about as far as adding in extra space to fill this in. So let's say I'm going to put my heading here. I'll leave that up for now. But I want to extend this picture. All I'm going to do is go to cutout and picture, cutout of picture with the cookie cutter shape this time. And I'm going to bring this shape all the way over, and I'm just going to catch just the blue area to extend this picture. I'm going to, once I have it around the area that I want, I'm going to hit next and take the check mark from here. It's always a check mark when you first open up this software. If you left the check mark in, it would put this strip on a whole new page. And sometimes you want to put pictures on a whole new page, then you leave the check in. But I want to keep this on this page because I'm just going to stretch it out to fill in this blank area. So I'm going to remove the check mark, and I'm going to click done. So now I have this piece here. I'm just going to stretch it out some. If you don't want it to look squinty, you can, in this case, you can pull it up some and do some different more advanced techniques that I'm not going to go into now, but I have shown them in other videos. And basically you're just stretching out, let me put this back where I originally had it, because you don't move it, you just stretch it from where it is so that it still stays within the scene. So you won't notice there's a difference because you start pulling it right from where you cropped, so it's still blending in with the picture behind. Now I'm going to bring this back down just by pulling it here. And if I wanted to add a picture in here, let me get a picture of, see if I have anybody in a picture on here. These are off the internet that I use to make photo props. So let me just cut out this kid if I wanted to, or you could change it to a circle, a heart, anything you want. But I'll go ahead and use a circle this time. And that was from cut out of picture with the cookie cutter shape, and then I changed it to the circle. I made the circle into an oval. I'm going to hit next and done. You can also, of course, crop out just the child by I'll switch to it. If you didn't want all this extra rigmarole around her, you can go to cut out of picture by color selection. Drop this down to 1 and then click inside of the areas you want to get rid of. Hit next, select opposite, and done. Delete the bottom picture. And now I'm going to redo another circle crop because it always leaves this little residue. So I'm just going to go back to cut out in picture with the cookie cutter shape. I'm going to leave it as a circle, but this time I'm going to bring it inside of the edge, that little shadow of an edge here. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. It's just part of the program, I guess. So I don't want that in because I'm going to put a shadow behind her. And I'm going to go ahead and hit next and done. Once again, I'm going to delete the bottom picture, and now I just have my kid. I'm going to come back over here. I can drag my kid into the picture. And if for some reason the software freezes where you can't move anything, it's an easy fix. Just click on anything, open it up, don't do anything, close it back up, and now you can move it. That's just something I found while working with it. I think it's because the software hasn't been updated because they discontinued it. But this is one of the best graphic designing software applications I've ever used. So now I'm just putting a little shadow behind her just to give it a little definition and depth. If you wanted to add a circle around her, you could easily do that. You'll see that in other videos if you watch. So now I'm just going to add some text here. I'm going to go to text, add text. It gives me this writing. I can scroll through by clicking on this down arrow, and it'll give me all kinds of different fonts that are on my computer. You will have, when you click that, it will show you all the different fonts that are on your computer. And I think this one kind of, no, that one, well, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this to show you how to quickly do this. So I'm going to say this, act like this is frozen text, and you can just write happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maddie. I'll go with short for Madeline. Oh, actually, this kid that I'm working on's name is Bailey. Sorry for all that noise. I guess it's trash day. Alright. And then with fonts and things like that, it doesn't matter where you resize them because sometimes you might want them to look elongated. But whenever you're changing pictures, always do it from the corners. So I can put happy birthday, and then I can put Bailey separate. So I'm going to go with a happy birthday and stretch it out some. You can apply special effects to it by highlight the edge any color you want. So you can customize it here by going bigger or smaller. You can change the color of it to any color you want. Once again, you can also click on the more choices and then choose anywhere within the picture to change the colors to that color. So I wanted to go with this burgundy around it, or blue, or white. You could, just click around in there until you get to the color you want. That one's good enough. I'll hit done and then done again to get back out of those, back to here. And then I can also add a shadow to make this pop more. And all I did was click on Apply Special Effects once again. And this time I'm going to choose Add a Shadow. Make it a drop down shadow, and you can just drop that down to make it bounce off the page. Give it a little more depth. Hit done and done and done again. And then if I didn't want to make a whole new text box to make her name, I could just have this left click on the text you already have, hit the copy button here next to the scissors. After it copies, hit paste, which is right next to that. It gives you the font again, and now you just right click on that, hit edit text, which will show up on your screen, and now I can change this to Bailey. To make it stand out more, I'll make it italicized, and I will even change the color on it once again. I'll use the purple this time, or it doesn't matter, you could use whatever you might want. You can get some of those fall leaves, but I'll go with the purple. Hit done and done, and now stretch this, resize it any way you want. It already has a shadow there. I can put an exclamation behind that if I want. Hit done. I can shrink this down a little bit so they're not all running over each other. And you've just made a 8-foot by 8-foot banner. You can add a couple of snowflakes over in here if you don't like the blankness of that, or do it any way you'd like. But that's how easy it is to make a banner. If this tutorial was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified the minute I have up new tutorials, just hit the bell and you'll be notified as soon as I have them uploaded. Thank you once again. You've been watching Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. I'll see you next time.